When the popular Alfred James Corrick was wounded in the Battle of Valenciennes in France 10 days before World War I ended, no one realized how serious his injury was. He was born in Sarnia on July 12, 1884, the youngest son Robert Charles and Mary Corrick. Alfred was a skilled athlete and popular among a large circle of friends in Sarnia. He went by Alf to his friends and family members. He took an active part in sports and was a fantastic baseball player. He was known as Home Run Haggerty for his batting skills. He was a member of a local Maple Leaf indoor baseball team and won the Canadian Championship. In Europe, Canadian troops were thinning at an alarming rate, and no end of war in sight. The government instituted the Military Service Act in 1917. Shortly after, 33-year-old Alfred Corrick was drafted under the Military Service Act of 1917. He was called to service on January 9, 1918 in London, Ontario, reporting for the 1st Depot Battalion Western Ontario Regiment. On June 1, 1918, Private Corrick found himself in Europe and a part of the Canadian Infantry 47th Battalion Western Ontario Regiment. During his time overseas, Alf Corrick often wrote many letters home to his mother and siblings. Below is a postcard that he wrote on June 10, 1918 to his sister Beatrice. On the back, he wrote,
"Dear sister, just a souvenir of France I got tonight, having an easy time just now. Yours lovingly, Alf."
The 100-Day Campaign, August 8 to November 11, 1918, in France and Belgium was the beginning of the end of the Great War. Canadians were called on again and again over the 3-month period to lead the offensives against the toughest German defenses. The series of victories repeatedly drove the Germans back, culminating in Germany's unconditional surrender on November 11, but it came at a cost of almost 46,000 Canadians killed, wounded, and missing. Alfred Corrick took part in all the major offenses during this campaign. On November 1, 1918, Private Alfred Corrick was wounded by an enemy gunfire at Valenciennes. 10 days later, on November 11, 1918, the Canadians liberated the city of Mons and World War I would end. While recovering in the hospital, Alf sent letters home to his friends in Sarnia, in which he reported that he was progressing well. However, complications arose as he had symptoms from blood poisoning from the shrapnel wounds that required 2 more operations. It was unexpected news in Sarnia when on January 13, 1919, 1 year after his send-off in Sarnia and 2 months after the wars ended, Alfred Corrick died in a military hospital. Alfred Corrick was the last man with his name on the Sarnia cenotaph to lose his life in the Great War.